Now we're live.
All right, here we go. We're only 3 minutes late. That's not bad for a first time, right?
Right.
Man, I'll tell you what. So this is hopefully the first of several of our Red Dirt Cryptid investigations, catching up with the dirt segments. I don't really have a plan for how often we're going to do this or what. There's no schedule or itinerary. We're just kind of winging this stuff and talking about stuff that we want to talk about. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
I'm good. Looks like Coleman disappeared. There
Yeah.
he is.
Are you sure? Are you sure we're live on? Are you sure we're live?
What
Yeah,
says,
I'm on my computer also, and
Okay.
I actually see our faces.
you can see it?
Yes.
Let me
Okay,
try
yeah,
my cell phone.
We're good. I got vindication over here that we are
Yeah.
indeed live. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Well, anyway, it says on my screen that we're live. It's just this is well, Pam, hey Pam, nice picture. That's pretty good. So apparently we are alive. Holy smokes! This is really happening, people. Hell have frozen over. So anyway, thanks for joining us, Pam. Well, so everybody's doing all right. Anything new going on that we should start out today with? What's been going on?
Nothing over here on my end. Same old, same old.
It's been too hot, hasn't it?
Yeah, you can say that.
Way too hot.
Yeah.
I also do. Not to interrupt, but we're already getting questions. I just want to let the viewers know if you guys have any questions you want to ask, we'll answer them because we already talked about this. We'll answer them at the end of the live stream, but put your questions in all caps so we can go back through the comment section and answer questions for you guys.
Oh, that sounds like a good deal. Yeah, we'll try to get to all that. So it's been too hot. It's been a long summer. It's just been kind of ridiculous. It's kind of hard. I did go to Colorado, and I just got back from Colorado last week, but I had to come back early because what is that noise?
This.
Who is that?
That was me.
It's still going on.
Oh, I don't know then.
Here, I'll mute my mic.
Let me see if it's feedback or something from me. I just
There, it's gone now.
It's something on Scotty's end.
Oh, is it?
He muted his mic though, so see now it's back.
Oh, yeah. It is Scotty, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
There's a vibrator joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to leave that one be.
We're gonna get kicked off the live stream already.
I know, right? There's rules.
Yeah.
Oh,
YouTube. Yep.
Well, anyway, so I just got back from Colorado. I went up to an area that the BRFO had a lot of reports, and I thought that'd be a good place to start out. And I was planning on going there, and then I was going to follow up, and I was going to go to Crestone, which is kind of known for paranormal activity. And I was going to try to get my woo badge, maybe, and see a UFO or something like that. And that didn't happen because I was hanging out at this place that has a lot of Bigfoot reports. I didn't really have any activity, although I have not reviewed all my audio files yet. Haven't had time. So I'm hoping that I've got something on that. But I came down out of the mountains and I hit it. I was going to come down and get some food, and that's when my phone hit a signal, and all hell broke loose. And that's when I found out my wife had called me like 7 or 8 times, and I had all these messages. So I called her, and she was crying, and I could hear my daughter in the background crying. Everybody was upset, and and I could tell that something was bad. And I guess a German Shepherd jumped the fence and attacked my teacup Pomeranian and tore him up really bad. And I guess his eyeball was hanging out and everything, and he was bleeding, and it was a bad deal. And so they were rushing him to the vet, and I guess they called the vet, and the vet was like, "Well, we need to make an appointment," and I guess they were screaming at the vet over the phone. It's like, "No, you don't understand. We're coming now. Get ready." So here they came, but they put his eye back in and everything, and we're going to go taking him to the vet tomorrow morning to see if we can get the stitches out and see if the eyeball is going to stay in. So that my squatching trip to Colorado came to a screeching and an abrupt halt, and I'm not very happy about that. So maybe next year I'll get to do more, but that kind of got shot to hell. But
was it just a stray that just jumped the fence, or is it like a neighbor's dog?
No,
or something?
it's actually my neighbor's dog, and he's a real young German Shepherd, and I really don't know what really got into him. I'm not even sure that he was actually trying to hurt him. Like maybe he was just trying to play with him. But I mean, hell, Teddy's only like this long. I mean, he's tiny, and I don't know. They said that Haley said that she saw the dog bite him around the waist or around the body and just pick him up and was shaking him. You know how dogs do. So it was not a good thing. So, but anyway, that kind of came to a screeching halt. But prior to that, I've done some interviews, which we'll probably talk about here in a little bit, and then prior to that, the only thing that I'd really done before that was Tanya's conference, and that was a good time. Eric and I got to go to that, and I was down there and I spoke, and I talked a little bit about us and the team and what we do and stuff. But she had a lot of speakers there, and we had a really good time. I enjoyed it. There was a lot more people at this one, I think, than last year. Don't you think so?
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah. Do you think
No,
there was
a good turnout at Tanya's at the conference? There was a good turnout. It was one day long.
Mm-hmm.
They had food and good speakers.
Oh yeah,
it was a good time. It was the whole day.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Jim Whitehead's presentation, and and I really like Ken Gerhardt's presentation. That was really good. You could tell that he put a lot of research into that. But everybody had really good presentations, and it was a good time. It was good to get to. It was good to be there with everybody and hang out, and hopefully that it just keeps growing and getting bigger, and everything just keeps compounding from there. Speaking of conferences, a lot of people are asking me about the Hanabi conference and whether or not it's canceled, and it's not canceled. It just kind of changed management, and it changed the name.
The name of the conference and the management are gone.
Right. Same time. First week.
Same time.
Yeah.
A new name.
I think they're calling it Bigfoot at Christ 40 Acres or something. It's something like that. I mean, I don't know. Ask me 3 years from now and I'll remember. So, hey, Sharon and Sharon. Steve, how's it going? But anyway, I guess that's still going to happen in the first weekend of October. I'm looking forward to going to that too. We'll see how that all plays out. Yeah, as far as like expeditions, the last expedition we did was it the one where we got washed out, almost drowned down in southeastern Oklahoma?
Xanadu, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean we had another one that we went to up in northeast Oklahoma, but it was everything was so flooded we didn't even do anything. We just kind of
Yeah.
just gave up on squatching and called it quits, and we just hung out and had a good time and just relaxed. I don't think I filmed hardly anything there, but anyway. So I don't know, Scotty. Have you had any activity up there? Any reports? I don't monitor the Kansas page like I should. Anything been going on up there?
I haven't heard much of anything. Can't really think of nothing really going on.
Yeah. Well, we still need to do some follow up work when we can up there on that one area. I know that just because we're going through a little bit of a dry season through there, thoroughly expect as soon as fall goes down, I wouldn't be surprised if we start getting some reports out of Ark City again.
That northeast of town there,
Yeah,
Lions Park, where we were at. Yeah,
yeah.
We should go
I
check
still
our
think
trap, Scotty.
Yeah, I still think that there's probably a semi occasional, Sasquatch coming in through there. So right there off of Walnut River. So I don't know.
Well, Steve is asking Scott if I'm in Kansas also.
We can't really hear you very good.
Yeah, I'm having trouble hearing Eric.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
barely. You're very faint.
Oh no. Yeah. So Steve was asking if Scott was from Kansas.
right.
Yeah,
I was just saying I'm from Kansas. I'm south of Wichita.
yeah. Eric is in Wellington, I think, and Scotty is from Ark City. So, and I think Scotty has a daughter that lives in Wellington too. So they're back and forth in that area. Yeah. So anyway. Let's talk about some of these. I guess we've done a lot of interviews lately. I've been very fortunate to get a lot of interviews, and we've got a lot of upcoming things going on. We've got let's see, the first interview that I could think of that we've done recently would be Miss Francis's interview down there in Tallahena, east of Tallahena, and that was really great. She'd been kind of holding that in for a long time, and I believe that is actually the creature that was known as the Green Hill Monster back in the day, and it was at one point in time back in the 70s, that was like nationwide newspaper headlines. Was Tallahena, Oklahoma was, and there was multiple people down there that had that encounter, and then there was the big encounter where they had like five eyewitnesses from the local football team that had an encounter down there, and the stories are a little wishy-washy or whatever, and it's kind of hard to get some facts, but there has been a steady flow of reports coming out of that place, that Tallahena area, for a long time. It's just north of Hanapi, and yeah, I was really thankful to her for coming out because her report is directly tied in there. It's like just another puzzle piece to the whole, Green Hill Monster thing, and And then there was Jody Chisholm's um, report from northeastern Oklahoma up around Pryor, and but that was just recently. That was what, 3 weeks ago, I think. How long ago was that?
That we were talking to Jody. That was 3 weeks ago. Yep.
3 weeks ago, and when I drove down there, it's not that I thought that Jody was not a good eyewitness, but I drove down there and I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, I don't think this video is going to do very well because it's little people instead of Bigfoot, And man, I was wrong. I've never had a video take off like that before. Apparently, people want to hear more about little people. It's kind of a lesson learned, and it's just kind of I don't know. It's blown my mind. I mean, not only is Jody a really credible, good eyewitness, but I was really surprised to find out that many people were interested in somebody's sighting of a little person. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, makes you wonder too, like if other people have had similar encounters that she had, and they're just same thing with like the Bigfoot stuff. They're kind of too afraid to talk about it.
Yeah, the comments were full of people, and it kind of sucks because when you make a comment on YouTube, it shows up something in there, and maybe you can get the name out of it, maybe you can't, maybe it's just a user number 5418 whatever. I mean, I really don't know who you are when you make comments on it. Oh, hey, Jessica. And I don't know who people are when they put comments in there. So it would be really nice if you guys would hit me up on Facebook Messenger or hit me up on the email, and that way I can get in contact with you, because these reports need to be documented. It needs to be written down, especially when they're fresh. And that way, other people that have had these encounters, they know, that, hey, something really did happen to other people. Other people have seen what I've seen, and that gives them an opportunity to reach out, I think it's important. So Coleman, have you had any little person reports with your work?
Have I gotten any reports?
Yeah.
No, not that I can recall. That's why I think it's like, because you see, obviously with the Bigfoot stuff, people are afraid to come out and talk about it. But I think honestly, it may be even more so the case with like little person sightings. I think I would expect people to be more open to sharing a Bigfoot encounter before they shared a little person encounter. Personally.
What do you guys think is more paranormal, a Bigfoot or a little person?
Right, I'd say a little person. As a matter of fact, we're going to go out on a day trip real soon to an area where some people they believe they've had experiences from little people.
Yeah, that may if the weather cooperates, we're going to go out to a location this Sunday, and it's that place that we went to before. I think all of the guys have been there at one point or another, but one time Jeff and I went out there, and I still to this day I have no idea what really happened, but I think something paranormal happened, and it messed with me. We had missing time. I got disoriented. I was feeling funny. Jeff was feeling funny. And I don't think I've ever been in such a hurry to get the hell out of the woods as I was that night. I just wanted to get back to civilization. So, but we're going back there. This will give us a chance to utilize your new phone, Eric.
Yes, and we're going to do I hope, somewhat of a comprehensive review of it. It's a phone I picked up. See, at that Telehina, the Bigfoot conference down in Oklahoma, I met Robert Kreider, who used his phone it's from Blackview. And his phone, I forget the model number, but he has night vision on it. Well, I went to Blackview, and this came, and it's the BL 9000 Pro, and it has a built-in FLIR, the thermal imaging, and it's super sexy, like super clear images or whatnot. But it has a lot of cool features, like it'll tell you what temperature everything is. As far as I can tell, I was getting a image of a human 150 yards away. I mean, I can see with my bare eyes, but through the video, I really wouldn't know what it is.
Right.
You just know something was there.
Well, maybe we can put some actual dirt on it and see how it does in an actual field test.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to it. So it's a black stone. Is that what you called it?
Black View.
Black View, and they're out of UK, right?
I don't know. Well, I seen maybe or Vietnam, Taiwan.
Wow. So basically, they make several different models, and some of them are.
Yeah.
Hold on, Scotty's back.
I do what happened.
Hey, Scotty. Hold on a second. Let me.
At my door.
I'm trying to figure out where that background noise is coming from.
That's on Eric's end.
Is it?
Yeah, he's gonna have to mute his mic when he gets back.
Oh, there he is.
It's muted. There it goes.
Ah, it is Eric. He's the culprit. Okay, let's check out Scotty and see. Can't unmute your guest because they chose to mute themselves.
There, I unmuted it.
Okay, well that sounds okay. Yeah,
It's all good.
Okay. So Eric, you've got some kind of weird feedback on your line. So when we're not talking with you, then we're going to mute you. Okay.
Okay.
You sound like you're arc weld right now. Is that better? Okay, so we've got that. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what Eric's phone can do. I'm hoping that it's got some pretty good image quality and some good range to it, because usually you don't get both with thermal imaging equipment. I've also purchased a new thermal that is going to replace my old Seek. It's definitely an upgrade, but it's a Infinity T2 Pro model, and I'm hoping that it's going to be able to up our game at night, because the image quality so far from what I've seen on it is really good. I've been pretty impressed, but again, I haven't really got it dirty out in the field yet, so looking forward to that. Yeah, so that, and I don't know what else I really got that's new. I mean, I did buy some new flashlights, so they're green, as you guys can probably tell, and because I believe that the green flashlights. Ooh, there you go. The green flashlights are kind of the way to go. I don't know if that's just my opinion, but you know, I don't know. It's just I have trouble seeing after you turn off the white lights, and even the red lights kind of blind me a little bit. People say blue, people say green. It's kind of he, she, or whatever. So, um, but let's see, what else have we got going on tonight? We had like a list of things. Does anybody else have any new gear or anything that they're wanting to try out?
I was going to ask you, did anything come of that sighting of that motorist on the Talamina Drive?
Well, there was a report made,
Right.
and the Nobro people are working on getting that put together.
Gotcha.
I'm not exactly sure where it was. I think it was north and east of Talahina, kind of up there by where the ranger station is, or well, where the dilapidated ranger station is. And but I guess it was just a roadside crossing.
Right. Yeah.
So, but we've done research out there in that area ourselves, and we know there's activity in that area. I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
But roadside encounters happen a lot. I guess they're like 30% of all reports. So, anyway, what is that, Eric? Or no, that's got to be Scotty now. Let's see.
But
Yeah, what is the deal with all this background noise?
Oh, he's cat.
Oh, what is that? Is that a cryptid?
I almost made a really bad joke.
Yeah. No, don't get us kicked off yet. Not yet. Yeah, we haven't even made it 30 minutes. So anyway, let's see what else is going on. Let's see. I wrote down a couple of things. Let's see here. The recent interviews have basically been kind of like my highlight this summer. I've been very fortunate to get those. We've met a lot of people. We've got a lot of opportunities coming up as soon as things cool off. We've got an opportunity, which I'll call Western Oklahoma, that's coming out, and hopefully we'll be able to. Both are private land, and hopefully we'll be able to come up with some interesting evidence from the one in the Western Oklahoma, and we've got another one which I don't know if I've talked with everybody in the group about up in northeastern Oklahoma too, and it's been a while since I've been to that location, but we've been there before. But anyway, I'll probably have to talk to you guys about that off camera. But we've got two potential areas where people have had encounters and found evidence in areas that we kind of know has a reputation for being a hot spot anyway. And so that's great. I mean, it's not very often, because whenever you have an opportunity to go on private land, you can do things that you can't on public land. Like, it's just not a good idea to leave like a long-term audio recorder out at, um, a piece of public land or a wildlife management area or something like that. That's just asking for it. And, you can't leave out like time-lapse cameras and stuff like that when, there's all kinds of people coming and going. I know here a while back, whenever I did the Stenchcombe documentary, I actually left one of my time lapse cameras out over there just for one day, and I was nervous that it was going to get pilfered. just because there's so many people that go out to that place, and which makes Stinchcombe like impossible to accurately, really do any serious work because it's hard to tell what's real and what's not out there. So, but private land, you basically you have a really good idea of who's going to be in there on a daily basis, and when the landowner is on board and interested in helping you do the research, then I think that's quite an asset. You can leave equipment out there running, and you don't have to worry about it just coming up missing. So,
Brian, Jessica wants you to retell the story about the red ball.
oh gosh, okay. So who was with us? Scotty was with us, and Jeff was with us, wasn't it?
You talking
I
about
think
the red ball that was found?
Yes, that was just you, me, and Jeff, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went home after, and you guys went back out there.
I was there too that night.
Yeah.
That's right, you were.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you straight up, I get our trips out to this location a little bit confused. But we went out to this location and we had spent most of the day out there filming, videoing, walking the area, and because it's a little tiny area, I don't even think it's 80 acres total, something like that. But there's a creek that runs through it, and it's really thick. And I wouldn't want to go out there. I don't know. I'd stay on the road if we went out there right now, probably, because you just end up with ticks and everything else. Probably snake bit. But we went down there.
Hold on. The ticks?
Ticks.
All right. Well, this is a perfect time to talk about my tick pick.
Uh-oh. Are you?
You must have one of my tick picks in your back pocket when you go venturing out in the wilderness during tick season.
I have one. I've got mine.
I gave you one of mine. And
Yeah.
I gave you one of my tick picks.
Yeah.
Must have.
That is tick pick. That's T-I-C. T as in tango.
Yeah,
I-C.
okay.
Yeah. Yes. Just for clarifications. So, yeah. I hope I don't have to use it anytime soon. But it's there when we need it, just in case of an emergency. Right? So, anyway, we go out there. We spent the day out there. We had walked the area. We had been all over this area. It's a heavily wooded little area. And then we decided that we were going to go into town and we were going to eat some supper at the local cafe. And then we were going to come back after dark and kind of retrace our steps. And we get out there and we're walking. And this was actually on film. We're walking through the woods. It's completely dark. And we're retracking our footsteps. And all of a sudden, I think one of the guys shines a light over there. And I see something. I'm like, the heck is that? And so we go over there, and it's a full-sized red dodgeball, like we used to, try to kill each other with back in grade school and junior high. And I reach down and I pick it up, and it's perfectly clean. Like it has, like for instance, if it had been sitting there for a couple of days, when you pick it up off the ground, it's going to have leaf litter and stuff stuck to the bottom of it, right? There was nothing. It was like that thing had just been placed there. And I'm sitting here looking at this thing, and the only thing that's on it is a very fine little bit of condensation. And I was like, we walked right by that location. What 3 hours prior to that, something like that, and there was nothing. And we would have seen this red dodgeball laying there. What did it say on it? It said something. You guys remember?
I don't remember what it said.
It said something on it. It wasn't just a plain one. It said something like, I don't even remember now. But anyway, it was a legitimate red dodgeball. So I picked it up and started carrying it with us. I was like, well, heck, it's a free dodgeball. You don't leave litter. I mean, it's not litter, but it's kind of litter. It's litter out there. So I picked it up and started carrying it with us. And I think Coleman said something like, should you be taking that? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad thing to take it. I don't know what we should do with it. So after talking about it a little bit, we decided that the best thing to do was to hide it. And we ended up hiding it out there in a location that was actually kind of quick. But we've never been back. We don't know if that red dodgeball is still there. So, and we think that, possibly the chances of a human, no humans knew we were out there. You know what I mean? I mean, there was nobody. And even if they were out there, I mean, this dodgeball was brand new. And it was just so odd. And we thought, well, maybe it was a Sasquatch that left it there for us to find, or maybe it was the little people. Maybe they did it. I don't know. It was so odd. And that was after Jeff and I had our weird lost time situation out there, I think. But yeah, we need to go back there. So yeah, play some squash ball. Ugh. That was really weird though. Play dodgeball with a Sasquatch. That's like a beef Jack commercial. Take one to the side of the head. So what do you get? Do you guys? I mean, I can't think of what else it could have been because the chances of it being a human are just so remote, because nobody even knew we were out there. I don't know. It's so odd. And the weird thing is I feel like part of me feels like I should make a report about that. But I don't even know how to categorize that. So anyway.
Yeah, spooky area for sure.
Yeah. Have you been anywhere with your paranormal work lately?
No, I don't think. Oh, I'm trying to think. Not recent. I mean, I know you and I went to that cemetery over by Enid not that long ago. We had that weird little happening there. That was cool.
Did we tell Eric about that?
No, I don't think we did.
No, I was gonna go, but I was tired. You guys,
Yeah, that was so strange. But you need to put that you need to get that video put out so people can see it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Once I get my my GoPro working, I will definitely do something with it. But we've been eyeing some places up in Atchison. We've been there before, Tatum and I, and we're wanting to go back. And there's a lot of different locations. I think it's called like McIntyre Villa or something like that. We're kind of looking at, so we'll see. Hopefully here soon we can do something again.
That sounds good. Is that up in Kansas?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's at Atchison, the McIntyre Villa.
Yeah, that's
Bordertown Paranormal. They've been there.
yeah. Tim and I last time we were in Atchison, we went to the Sally House and we investigated there overnight. So that was the last time we were in Atchison. But yeah, Atchison's very haunted. Atchison has tons of locations.
I think it's probably the most haunted town in Kansas.
Yeah, probably America, honestly. Yeah, I wouldn't be
How
surprised.
do you get that title?
Yeah, but nothing really new there. I know. Kim said McIntyre Villa is awesome. I'll be back there. Oh, that's awesome. Really cool. Like I said, hopefully we'll be back up there soon so we can do something. I think Jefferson Park is in Atchison. We kind of looking at that. That's said to be haunted there too. So kind of. What was that,
There's
Scotty?
a Jefferson Park up there.
It's Jackson Park. That's what it's
Jackson
called.
Park. That's what it is. My bad. Jackson Park. Yeah. But
Hi, Sandra.
Oh yeah.
Well, it sounds like when it cools off, we'll be pretty busy. At least you're pretty close to those locations.
Yeah, and then I guess I forgot to bring that up earlier. It wasn't my report. I guess it's technically your report, but obviously I'm not gonna give the location away or the witness, but we had a individual with a Dogman sighting, a roadside encounter over, I guess I could say Tulsa, I guess I'll say that. But
Yeah.
that wasn't long ago. I went and talked to him, got his story, and that was pretty interesting, and just a lot of weird stuff in that area in general that I've been looking at for a while. So that's kind of been my, I guess when it comes to the cryptid side of things, that's kind of been my little area of interest recently, that area in Tulsa. So
You're pretty close there. So, and we've been kicking around and actually making some light duty plans on doing some actual research out at that location when it cools off. So, and I know I'm going to be down there at the first of the month. So I guess we need to, we've been kind of stalling because it's been so hot, but the truth is it's going to be crunch time before we know it. And, I need to get my planner out, and we need to set some dates, and, we need to figure out when to, go down to that location in western Oklahoma and spend some time out there at Camp Misery, I guess, if John's still down for that, and then we got this other location up in northeastern Oklahoma, and that's going to be. I think that's going to be pretty legit too, because that location has a lot of history too. So, and I've actually been out there before and had activity. So, but that area in northeastern Oklahoma, that was several years ago. I think it was before Coleman and Eric started running with us. So, but anyway, I don't know. I'm ready for it to cool off. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm ready for fall.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't even mind some snow. But I guess we need to sit down and have some team meetings and get our calendars out and start, figuring out, when everybody's available so that we can maximize our time. So those of you that don't know, we try to go out at least once a month and go to a location, and we've been trying to narrow down the amount of locations that we actually go to on a regular basis. But we've got these eyewitnesses coming out and telling us about this private land thing, and now I'm like, oh gosh, now we got more places to go. So I guess that's a really good kind of problem to have, right? So anyway, well, what else? Let's see. Do you want to try to go through some of those questions, Coleman?
Yeah. So we had our first question came from Dee Dee, and they wanted to know: have you ever had mind speak with them? I'm referring to cryptids or whatever, but I want to know if we ever had mind speak experiences.
I'll let you guys go first.
Well, I once did a call down at Xanadu, remember? And we think maybe they just said, got to shut this guy up, and they just put me to sleep. And I passed out and woke up. They woke me up a few minutes later, well, less than a minute later.
You weren't on the ground very long.
And it felt amazing. Like I just slept 8 hours in a comfy bed. And
That was weird.
backwards in my Carhartt and landed on some rocks. But I felt amazing. And when they woke me up, I had no idea where I was, why I was laying down, why they were waking me up. I was sound asleep. And I was confused. I mean, it took a minute for me to realize I was yelling and doing my screaming. And that was our theory. It was funny. They scared everyone for good reason because I just dropped.
Yeah. I thought it was a joke at first. I thought you were
No.
just being a jackass or something. But
The thing is, that night they came into the camp. They
yeah,
walked in their vehicles, remember?
same night. Same night. That was weird. I don't know if that's mind speak or not.
In Zap, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, probably more like that. And Coleman, Scotty, have you guys had any mind speak?
I have not. I can't say I've ever had a mind speak encounter.
No, I haven't either. I'm sure I will too.
Yeah, it would be kind of weird. I don't think that I have had mind speak per se. I know there was some situations when I was a kid that might have been construed as mind speak, but I was a kid, so I'm not going to say that was mind speak. But I do believe in mind speak, and I do believe that it's totally possible. Anybody that's ever grown up around twins knows that mind speak is a real thing. And I grew up with a couple of twin brothers that made me believe in telepathic communication. So I've seen that firsthand, and if those two boys can do it, then I think other people can do it. I don't think they were an anomaly. So, what other questions we got?
Steve asked, do you guys think these things have a home range or kind of migrate?
Well, what do you guys think?
I would personally say that it's probably a little bit of both. I mean, I think there are certain places that actually do stay, but I think around the sightings that they do have in Kansas, I believe that they're actually just migrating through here. And it almost seems like they're coming from like the Colorado direction and then coming through Kansas down the Arkansas River and down to southeast Oklahoma. But I think they're possibly some down to southeast Oklahoma that pretty much just stay down there.
Right. Well, and we've got that one location down in northwest Oklahoma that I'm pretty sure that they stay there at least 3/4 of the year because we found fairly fresh footprints out there on a fairly consistent basis. And some of them are really young juveniles. So I'm thinking that there's a family unit down there that's kind of hung out. But I think a lot of it has to do with what area you're in. I think in certain areas of the country, they do migrate, but I think the migration routes are usually up and down rivers, similar to like over at Scotty's place. Maybe one of these days we'll get enough data on that area where Scotty lives in Ark City that we'll be able to actually kind of plot when they're coming through or something. But I mean, there's enough. If there's enough habitat for them there and enough food sources, why would they migrate? I mean, that's the whole purpose of a migration is to stay up with food sources. And I don't really think that's a problem, especially with all the trash we throw away. I mean, worst case scenario, they can go dig in the Domino's dumpster and tear it up. So, but anyway, that's just me. I don't think they migrate. Not in my area. Not as much as a thing. What else, Coleman? Anybody else?
Eric, did you want to throw your 2 cents in on that question about the migration? Do you think, Steve asked, do you guys think these things have a home range or kind of migrate?
I never gave it much thought. Why wouldn't they migrate? You gotta travel around. You stay in one place, people are going to notice you.
Yeah, that's true. It would kind of throw people off.
You're kind of constantly going from your sleeping area to the water source. You're going to form paths. You're going to beat the ground down, and that's my thought. You're just going to wear the environment down where people are going to notice that.
Yeah. Well, and like the research that came out of Area X with that Tag 7 report, what they found is there was one big generalized area that particular creature was roaming, but they would focus on one area over here for a couple of months, and then they would switch over to another area for a couple of months. And it's not like they were all within like 100-mile range or whatever, but they were just switching different areas, spring, fall, whatever, summer, and kind of rotating around. But, and like Jim Whitehead has done some research on some of the creatures down in southwestern Oklahoma and some of their patterns, and some of them, they stay there all year long for many years, So I don't know that they move around as much as we think they do. Now I'm sure like the young ones, get out and move around. Probably the males, they probably go on a pilgrimage trying to find some ladies or something like that. So I think that's the exception, not the rule. So, was there any other questions?
So this is in response to your red ball story. Pam said, definitely report it. Do you have something like a trickster category? Maybe place it under that for now.
I hadn't thought about I have an unknown category, but I don't know. I guess we probably should. We should document it because it's very odd. But, it's real easy for a skeptic to come in and say, oh, somebody saw you over there, or maybe somebody at the restaurant overheard you guys talking and they ran out there real fast and put that there for you to find or something. But, I really don't think so. I don't know.
There's no way. We definitely would have heard it.
No, well, there really wasn't that many people there.
Yeah, I was about to say the area itself, there's hardly anyone who lives there.
Well, I was talking about the restaurant, so.
Oh, well, that too, yeah. Well, that's all the questions I'm seeing.
What else do you guys want to talk about before we get out of here?
I think we covered just about all the basics. We talked about Tanya's Bigfoot Festival. We talked about some new gear, recent interviews. Talked about the whole location that we were just talking about with the red ball and everything. So I can't really think of anything else unless you guys got something.
I think I'm good. I just don't know. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff. I do have some. Did I show you guys my new patches?
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, those are cool. I like those.
So I ordered some patches that say RDCI, red dirt cryptids, and I got another one over here. I'm trying to see what happened to it.
How come you didn't use boots on the ground? I just couldn't help myself. Sorry.
That was dirty. That was dirty. Oh yeah. So, but anyway, for the record, that I was using that first. But anyway, that's knick-knack stuff. But anyway, now I got some new patches and got some new hats, and they're just hats with the Velcro on them, and you can put the patches on them. But I like this patch because it's got the reflective stuff on there. It's got the "Don't shoot me, I'm on your side" anti-friendly fire reflective patches, which is kind of cool. Because we're getting to where we do a lot more stuff at night now than what we used to. So it's always good to avoid shooting each other. So anyway, so what else? Is that it? Is that all we got? We've met our hour goal. So
Jessica wants to know: are there going to be any 101 classes soon?
Oh well. I don't mind. I don't have any plans for doing those. It has to be scheduled through usually a library or something like that. I haven't done one of those in at least probably 9 months. It's been a while, but if anybody's interested, we can do that. I just basically what we normally do is we schedule it at a trying to think of at some kind of public venue that's free. It really doesn't have to be a public library, but it has to be in my price range, and I'm a teacher, so my price range is free. I'd really, I like the library setting, but usually for you to reserve a library, you have to have somebody there that has a library card, and they usually don't let people from out of district do that. However, I believe at the end of September, I am going to be co-hosting a it's kind of hard to say what it really is, like a Bigfoot seminar in Woodward, Oklahoma. And I'm going to be working with the Native Oklahoma Bigfoot Research Organization. And we're going to, I think Evans Bailey and I are going to be going up there and giving a presentation in Woodward. And it'll be the first time that we've ever gone to Woodward. And we've got high hopes for that area because we know there's activity in that area. It's just, the people there they don't talk about it that much. So hopefully things are changing, and we're gonna have some luck on that. So, and I can't remember, but if you check the Facebook page, I've got stuff posted, and it's also on the Nobro page too. So looking forward to doing that.
She said perhaps schedule one in Caney before the Paracon.
Man, that's pretty fast. I don't know. That's. I mean, maybe in September or something. But yeah, I mean, I'll have to. Well, I'll have to look at my planner. Yeah, Pam is a librarian, so. Yeah, you don't want to hang around with those librarians too much. They're kind of crazy. So. But anyway, yeah, I'm definitely open to it. It's just everything's been kind of crazy right now with me taking this new position. I'm trying to keep my head above water. So, But anyway, what else? What else we done talk about? not, we'll start wrapping this up. All right, I'm going to pull the plug on this one. This first catching up with the dirt.
Now, we talk for until we go to full 60, and then we'll call it quits. And we still have less than a minute, and I'm still talking. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so this is cool. I hope to do this again next week or whenever. Stay tuned. Check in. We'll maybe have a video out talking about our phone,
Yeah,
whatnot, here in the next week.
right.
As always, safety. Be safe. Dress appropriately. Drink lots of water during the summer. And look out for one another.
And take your meds. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you guys, and maybe we'll do this again soon. And if you've had an encounter with something that was strange or just really encrypted in nature, reach out to us and let us know what's going on. You can remain anonymous. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace.